What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the Iron Fist Luke Cage 2-pack, celebrating 85 years. Let's see what we've got going on. Let's check it out. As promised, today we'll be taking a look at the Iron Fist Luke Cage 2-pack. Let's see what we've got going on. Alright, these 85th anniversary packages keep coming in and they keep looking good. So we're on a roll here. We've got Danny, we've got Luke. They look nice. Celebrating 85 years. You've got the logo at the top. Flip it to the side. There's your Iron Fist and Luke Cage comic book art and your 85th anniversary logo at the bottom. Flip it to the back. Larger logos. No blurb on this one. So to this point, Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch's Ghost Rider was the only one with a blurb in this 85th anniversary summer program. I'm curious about that. I like the blurbs. I think even though they're just a couple of sentences, it gives a little something else, right? Important information at the bottom, some more down there. Flip it to this side. There's your Marvel Legends logo and your Celebrating 85 Years logo at the bottom. Let's get them out of the box. Fresh out of the box, this is how every 2-pack should be. Plenty of hands, extra heads, you've got effects. This pack, it gives you a neutral face and an expressive face with both figures. And for me, hands down, that's how every single Legends release should be. 2 heads at a minimum. 1 neutral, 1 expressive. Give me the options. Some people like the neutral face, others want the expression, and we've just got a mixed match of everything in between. And I don't know, maybe a little continuity in my display. I'm not, not against that. Anyway, here we have it. This is how it should be. I look at this again, and I know I brought up the Destiny Rogue 2-pack in my Ghost Rider video, but this also highlights the disparity between these 2-packs. Same price point, right? But look at what we get versus what we're getting on that. Obviously, we've had both of these characters in the past in different releases throughout the years. Destiny's one that we've been waiting on for years, and part of you feels like they do that on purpose, and I'm sure they do. I don't know. I don't know what the behind the scenes is like on that, but it just really highlights a major difference here. This is a good pack. I'd like to see these. Let's take a closer look at each of these figures. Let's go with Luke Cage first, then we'll go to Iron Fist. We'll do some comparisons. We'll talk about the figures. Sit back and enjoy. Taking a closer look, get a good look at this neutral face. Got a great sort of scowl look to him, those angry eyebrows, but a more neutral expression. So like that option, that it's just an intimidating look and is going to look good on the shelf if you're going for this one. I think my money is on this face, but we'll get there in a moment. All right. Got some nice detail all throughout the figure. I want to say these are new jeans, right? They're definitely not like the Wolverine ones that we've had before. Those wouldn't exactly match. So correct me if I'm wrong, but these certainly seem new. They've got some good detailing in there. You can really get that denim appearance out of these. Got Cage on the belt buckle there. He's got the brass knuckles. Cage on that side. The alternate hand says Luke. That's cool like that. Plenty of detail all throughout. Continuing with the elbow issue here. Obviously, we're not going to get it on the knees because he's wearing the jeans, but elbows and knees not matching the skin tone is a weird thing to me. But I get it. Different plastics, different process. It is what it is, sure. All right, nice sculpting in the chest, stomach area there. Let's take a look at the alternate head and these hands. Here's your alternate head. This is certainly how it's going to be displayed on my shelf. I love this expression. That's great. Those eyes just have some realistic life to them. Yeah, I like that a lot. That is a really good looking head sculpt, and that is how I'm going to display. All right, look at the hands. The set of hands that comes on him out of the box is the cage brass knuckles side. Very cool, looks really nice. And then your open hand over here. The alternate set gives you the Luke brass knuckles and then an open hand here. Your open hand is on your vertical hinge. All the other hands are on your horizontal hinge. That's what I'm talking about right there. Love that. Luke Cage, brass knuckles, fantastic. As far as your articulation goes, head will look down to there, chin will touch the chest, he will look up only to about there. So you get a little bit of backward, but you could always use more. You get some good rock side to side. You can get that all the way around. You are on a dumbbell, as you can see there. Butterfly joints, that's good. Hands don't come together. I would like them, to make these hands touch. Get that a little bit closer, but you still get the butterflies, so pretty good range of motion. Shoulder will go all the way around. You do have your upper bicep cut. You have your double jointed pinless elbows as well. Ab crunch, hip swivel. Kicks up to about there. Back to only about there. And out to there. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed pinless at the knee. Nothing at the calf. And then your swivel and hinge at the ankle there. As I said, you do have your typical hinge on most of your hands, but on the open hand you do have your vertical hinge. No significant gaps on either side. Pretty good. Moving to Iron Fist, we get a good look here. Really nice updated face sculpt for Danny here. Just looks really nice. Got the very cool high collar. Nice classic look here. This green is a great shade of green. Really enjoy that. Elbows only slightly off. You can see that elbow's a little bit darker, knees the same, but it's not as evident as some others, so they're able to match this green, I guess, much better. Sash is a separate... Nope, sash is keyed in over on that side. You can see right there. So it moves a little bit on that side, but it is keyed in on the other. All in all, really nice detail. A little bit of a smudge there and on the cheek. I think that cheek one will come out. That not too terribly noticeable from a distance. Otherwise, that face sculpt looks really good. Great sort of expressive brow there and just a stern face. So I like that. For the alternate head, you see we get this nice angry expression here. Brow still has that really nice crunch to it. Just fully brings out that expression. I did get a little bit of a QC issue up on the eyebrow there, so I don't love that, but what are you gonna do? This is what I was talking about though earlier in the video. Like and they did it with Luke Cage too, so that's why this pack is so great. Giving you the option of the expressive face and the neutral face. Everybody collects differently, displays differently, so I just think it appeals to a wider audience, and that's just my opinion. I don't know the full scale of the background of this, but it just seems to me that it would be worthwhile to just provide those minor things in your action figures that you're selling, right? So anyway, let's take a look at all these hands. The set out of the box gives you a flared hand and a fist, and so I know we've used these hands with every single one of these Iron Fist figures and Shang-Chi figures, and these hands have been reused many, many times. I think it's starting to show. And then you have your alternate fist and flared hand. You've got your open hands as well. And then they included the Sai grabbing hands for some reason. No Sai, but they're there, I guess, if you want them. Personally, I would have liked to have seen maybe them just reuse the powered hand that they did with the Dormammu wave. I don't know. It looks like all of these hands, have pretty significant issues coming from the molds. So I don't know. Like, just many years of reuse is taking its toll on those. Of course, you do get your flame effects that overlay on the fists. We've seen these many times, but these are probably one of my favorite Marvel Legends accessories. I don't know why. They can do a lot with these, and it's better than some of the other options, so I'm here for it. As far as articulation goes, head will look down only to about there. You're not getting a lot of downward. You do get slightly more upward motion. Again, this is on the dumbbell up there. Plenty of side to side movement, so you can rock that however you'd like. You are on a butterfly, and these butterflies have a lot of movement back and forth. So they've really given you that extra. I mean, you can always mod and probably get even more if you wanted, but I mean, that's pretty solid backward range there. Forward as well. So you can certainly get plenty of movement out of those. Arm will go all the way around up to there. Upper bicep cut, double jointed, pinless at the elbow. You have the diaphragm, which is great. That always gives you so much more movement. And then your ab crunch down at the bottom. We're not on a drop down, it seems. Leg will kick up all the way up to there. Gives you plenty. Back to there and then out to there. Not really getting a lot out upward like that, but you do get plenty of forward kick. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed, pinless at the knee. Boot cut. Hinge and swivel at the ankle. Toe articulation. And of course your standard hinge at the wrist there. Pretty significant gap on both sides, but that is because it does have that diaphragm, which gives you all the motion. So it's just a matter of how you twist and tuck, right? For your Iron Fist size comparison, here he is backed up against your Dormammu Wave Iron Fist. It really shows you how needed an update was for this body. I like that Dormammu Iron Fist figure a lot. It's been the one in my display. I've replaced every other version with this one. But you can see how thin and rail this body mold is. And it's fine. He is a lean character, and it still looks good if you're not wanting to go for the upgrade. I do kind of like the color scheme on that. That dark green works for me. But this updated body mold really stands out and looks a lot better, in my opinion. Here's your Luke Cage backed up against your Defenders version of Luke Cage. You can see this body had become pretty outdated, right? Certainly in need of some modern updates like butterfly joints, better articulation, and pinless for sure, right? Still a nice figure. I like this Defenders set. I've held on to the figure, right? So still enjoy it. But it certainly was worth getting the upgrade. I personally think I will go with this new one. I think I may move on from the Defenders Luke Cage at this point. And part of that reason being we got this other version of Luke Cage, at the beginning of the year, towards the end of last year. A really nice classic version of Power Man, really. So even if you got that, I wouldn't feel bitter about this being a release, right? There are different eras for Luke Cage, and this serves a purpose for some people, this for others, right? And for those of us who just like to collect it all, we're obviously a target audience, right? For me, I feel like this version of Iron Fist really goes with that more classic version. I know that you can certainly mix and match it, and he's worn this type of costume many times. I think that's kind of how I would like to pair it. I'm actually going to do a little comparison right now. I kind of like that. I mean, it gives it a nice classic look to both of them. Pair very nicely, so this may be a direction I'm headed in for my display. Conversely, I think that this could be an option too. I have a lot of different displays, and different versions of characters. So I'm personally not, opposed to having the same character in different versions, right? Kind of just depends on where I got it in the shelf and what I'm doing with that display. So I may kind of break up the pack in this way, to be seen, right? I'm currently in the middle of rearranging everything, so I won't have them in the main display at the end of this video. There will be a picture, but I look forward to how I'm gonna, display this, how this will all pan out. All right, folks. Well, there you have it. There is your Iron Fist Luke Cage 2-pack, a pack that is stacked with so many accessories that I wish that they would do that all the time. This is exactly how it should be for these 2-packs, even for single releases. I would always, always, always wish that we got a neutral head and an expressive head. Hands, sure, extra hands are nice, but for me, it really boils down to having the alternate head option. I think a lot of you would agree with that. Let me know down in the comments below. This, though, is going to be the mark for 2-pack execution, going forward, at least for a little bit. I said it at the beginning of the video that Destiny Rogue 2-pack, it looks so empty, and in comparison to this, it really highlights the lack of effort for that 2-pack, which sucks because Destiny is a character that we've been waiting for a long time, and I don't like it, but I understand there's probably a reason behind it that I don't fully understand, right? Anyway, folks, that's the 2 cents. A really nice pack. For my money, it's on point. So I would certainly recommend this. If you're new to collecting Marvel Legends, this is a great year for you to start, right? You're getting a lot of key characters, a lot of really nice sets. So yeah, keep collecting. Appreciate you checking out the video. Appreciate you hanging out this long if you have. Of course, you can always find me on any of these down here. Most importantly, though, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And until next time, take it easy.